So we are in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. We're looking at the single family house. We actually won that one, 4-family house, a few years ago at foreclosure auction for $80,000. What a steal. This time we're at this foreclosure auction and we have a chance to possibly win this single family house at pricing from 2003. Do you think we're gonna win? I don't know, stay tuned. I'm Matt, Flippin' Landlord Ninja with Two Guys Take on Real Estate. This is our new Auction Masters channel where we talk only foreclosure auctions. So if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe, and it always helps us if you hit the like button. We appreciate it. Tells the algorithm this is great content. First glance, this looks like something someone started kind of flipping and I think ran into some issues. We got vinyl siding, some kind of stone fake facade on the front exterior. Can't see the roof. It looks like newer drip edge. Yeah, I mean, I checked the Zillow, or not the Zillow, sorry, the maps on Google, and it did look like it was an okay roof. But I think it was mismatched. So my guess is we're gonna have to replace this roof. But yeah, all new windows, definitely. This is different. A little place to store your trash barrels. Okay. All right, let's kind of check out the backyard. Well, needs fence work. That's for here. Some trees have to come down. That's gonna be a little expensive. Dare I? Dare I? Oh, come on, dude. We gotta walk this. Come on. Oh, whew, careful, it's slippery. Oh, what the hell? All right, maybe not a rehab gone bad. Jeez. Oh, someone was a smoker. Rest is all hazardous. What is that? Oh, little bedroom back here. Just from videos for Kevin. You don't want to be showing that.
What was it? Oh,
Don't. Not something we should be showing on any YouTube channel. Oh, this needs a lot of work. Someone stole all the baseboard for scrap metal. This is just a weird layout. Is this a multifamily? All the baseboard is stolen. Like, all of it's cut out. Wait, dude, I'm confused as where we are. If this is a closet or no, it's a bedroom. Like, what the fuck? This is weird. Jeez. So, I mean, we rarely ever get inside these. And that's why you're buying mystery boxes and like some people might look on the outside, oh, hey, you know, vinyl siding, hey, it doesn't look that bad. Damn, I'm glad we got inside. All right, we're going to the basement. So there are 2 gas meters. So this is a multifamily. This is a 2-family house. I got to look at the numbers, but like, I mean, I had kind of looked at it first as a single family because that's what it came up as. But I think, you know, this might be legally a 2-family. I just kind of check with the building department. All right, so you got, I don't even know how this would look at living room, bedroom. Do we even see a bathroom? What's this? That's the bathroom. Oh, okay, hold on. So the bathroom. Ew. I dare you to sit on that. Ew, it's all frozen, but I don't want to fall in that anyway. So many bugs. All right. Let's go upstairs. So this then is your main door, entrance to the 2nd floor. Let's see. Whoa. I thought the 1st floor was bad. I don't know. Like at one point, this was probably a nice house. Ooh, risk. But like this is all bad. Whoa, those are some steep stairs to the attic. Here, I'll walk up it so you can see. Jeez. Oh, jeez. And there's rooms up here, man. Ooh, a bowling ball. I mean, this is all styrofoam, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. This one's bad. I'm so glad we got in here. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go run some numbers, but like this is a lot of rehab. All right, so inside was a train wreck. So it's a legal 2-family, but everything's got to be redone. It's gonna have to be brought up all the code. So we're gonna need a heavy rehab budget. So let's kind of work our numbers. We did a CMA on it, or a comparative market analysis, to get what would be the after repair value, and we came up with $280,000. But $120,000 I think is a safe, you know, rehab budget. We got in and out closings, $6 grand. We've got about $12,000 in commission, got $12,000 holding costs, and there's $3,000 in back taxes that need to be paid at closing. So that brings us to 127. Divide that by 1.35, comes up to $94,000. But I'm going to just lower down a little bit more because this one I think we need to make a higher profit because of the fact, and I would say even higher than that. I don't know. I'm thinking, under $90,000 should be our maximum bid on this, because the one thing I like is it's right next to our 4-family. So having another, maybe we end up keeping it. So that could, adjust our bidding strategy here. But still, with how much rehab and how it's further out, I think max 90.
Bank bids $116,764.85.
$116,764.85. 120 anywhere?
To the bank.
117 anywhere? Anything anywhere? $116,764.85. Going once, twice, third, and last call. Sotel Banco, thank you for
All right.
116.
All right. Once I heard that it's bank's bid, I knew they were going to keep it. I mean, the guy that was just won the one prior, we were chatting with him, and he actually got inside as well, and he pretty much zoomed right off as quick as possible because he knew, at pretty much no price, it was worth it. So I don't know. I think, what's going to happen now is the bank is basically, they're going to record their deed. They're going to then hire a local REO agent and get a BPO or broker price opinion on the property. What will that be? I mean, I don't know. If they trash it out, maybe it's worth 40 or 50 grand. I'm sure someone can, do something with it then. And then they'll have to convince the bank, to sell it even less than they wanted to take it back at the auction. We'll see. But my guess is, we'll see this on the market soon at a much reduced price. And maybe then we'll pick it up. I don't know. You gotta stay tuned for that. This is kind of how it works, but if you want to learn more about buying properties at foreclosure auction and hopefully at 2003 prices on this one, you don't want to buy. So that's why we teach it. We teach you from the what you shouldn't and should do. And this is one where you should stay far away. And luckily, in this one, luckily we got access inside because, if we hadn't, maybe someone would have paid more. If the people didn't get in, they wouldn't have seen how bad it is. So that's why you got to be careful and really run your numbers. Ideally, look through as many windows as possible if you can. Obviously, don't break the law. Be careful. You're not supposed to go in the property. The door was open. What can I say? But be cautious on that kind of stuff. You don't want to make that kind of mistake where you get in trouble for something stupid like that. So once again, this is for educational purposes only. All right, we're not condoning you guys going in the properties when. You shouldn't, but definitely don't buy a property that's a mystery box like this, without knowing, having a contingency plan. So I guess if we had bought the property and, won at auction and then found out that it was a train wreck like it is, the other recourse would be to say, hey, and lose your deposit. So this case was a $5,000 deposit check. Would I walk away from this for $5,000? Yes, I would definitely have walked away $5,000 because honestly, I would have lost more if I had tried to chase this down the rabbit hole. Hope you guys found this information educational and informative. If you would, make sure you subscribe. This is our Auction Masters channel, and we're hoping that the algorithm will bless us and more of you guys will learn more about buying properties at deep discounts at 2003 or older properties pricing. So make sure you give a follow.